I want to start off the stream by saying I'm pissed off, right? Let me tell y'all why. So I got excited because I was about to change the plans for the stream. So, Wario64 tweeted out that a Stellar Yams demo is available on PS5. And Wario64 is a reputable source. I see him all the time. I'm like, all right, I'm excited. I clicked it, right? It was there. I was like, bet, we finna play the demo on stream after I read the news. Freaking, I booted up the PS5, the demo was gone. So they accidentally, and I didn't download it quick enough. That would have been funny if I did. What's the name? So that's the first piece of news I got for you. A demo was available it was literally about 10 minutes ago before I started streaming. I was trying to download it, and as soon as I went on the PSN store to try to find it, they removed it. And it's already been updated, so apparently it was released by accident. But what this does confirm is a Stellar Blade demo is coming. I saw it. Even if it's not on the page anymore, I saw it. It said demo available. Just missed it. I wish because you know I got that gigabit. If I would have been able to download that bitch. Yeah, it confirms it exists. Which, you know, that's a conversation I feel like we've been having a lot recently with are demos making a comeback, you know? Am I gonna make a YouTube video about Toriyama? Nah. What am I gonna say? I don't have any like in-depth thoughts other than RIP. Crazy, I see someone streaming it. Oh, someone was able to download it. They probably gonna get in trouble because they took it down. That means we weren't supposed to be able to play it. So that's the first piece of news, that a demo is coming. Dragon's Dogma got a character creator. You can give your character a BBL. Yeah, but you can't play the game. If it was a demo I downloaded, I'll just wait for the full game for the character creator. I'm not tripping off of that. Let me open up the articles I got. Let's see what we got here. Not open that. Open that. Open that. Open that. Let's see. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, let me make sure. Oops. Cool. Close all of that. Close all of that. Close all of that. What should we start with, man? Let's do this here. There's some good black hairstyles in Dragon's Dogma and no Killmonger. Somebody in the stream said earlier in the chat there is a Killmonger. Streaming. He needs me to throw the Yoshi real quick. Yoshi. Warner Bros. They're back in hot water. Earlier this week they were in hot water because they recently revealed their plan is to further invest in live service games. And then that same day, that's when the Multiverses account tweeted out, which is owned by WB, we're coming back. They said, how can we extract more money out of you, the user? We saw how many millions of copies Hogwarts Legacy sold, and we need to add some type of way to monetize this even further. Well, to add an extra layer to the story, a news broke today that Warner Bros. Is now erasing games as it plans to delist Adult Swim published titles. Indie developers are being told their games will be retired from Steam and console stores. Let's read on. Warner Bros. Discovery, so not only are they fucking up HBO, but they're fucking up this shit too, is telling developers it plans to start retiring games published by its Adult Swim's game label, Game Maker, who worked with the publisher, tells Polygon. At least 3 games are under threat for being removed from Steam and other digital stores, with the fate of other games being published by Adult Swim unclear. The media conglomerate's planned removal of these games echoes cuts from its film and television business. Warner Bros. Discovery infamously scrapped plans to release nearly completed movies Batgirls. Somebody need to leak that shit online. I want to see how bad it was. And Coyote versus Acme, and removed multiple series from its streaming services. If Warner Bros. Does go through with plans to delist Adult Swim's games from Steam and digital console stores, 18 or more games could be affected. What is the list of games? The only game I remember that recently I played was an Adult Swim game, and it was pretty good. It was that Samurai Jack game we played recently, like a couple years ago. It was pretty good. What are these other games? News of Warner Bros. Plans to potentially pull Adult Swim games from Steam and the PlayStation Store was first reported by developer Owen Reddy who released puzzle adventure game Small Radio's Big Television through the label in 2016. Reedy said on Twitter, I was going to say Tuesday, the game has been retired by Adult Swim Games owner. He responded to the company's decision by making the Windows PC version of Small Radio's Big Television available for download for free from his studio's web. That's crazy. They delisted the game, and he said the only way I can get it out here is they give it away for free. This man can't even make no money off his shit. Is High on Life Adult Swim? It might be. I don't know. Polygon reached out to developers who had worked with Adult Swim Games as the publisher. Two studios responded to say they received a familiar warning from Warner Bros. Discovery, but they're still in the dark about what it means for their game. See, developer Michael, who released, what is this, Sound Dodger Plus through Adult Swim Games in 2013, told Polygon he was receiving a warning from Warner Bros. Discovery rep earlier this week that this game would be removed from Steam within the next 60 days. I don't know if they're delisting it or deleting it. He told Polygon, I pleaded with the rep to transfer ownership to my company as I still retain all IP and game rights. I sent him a link to Steam's transfer page and explained clearly that it takes literally 3 clicks to transfer ownership to me. He rejected my, oh my God. These niggas is taking ownership too. That's insane. Is that legal? Because wait, he says, I don't know if they're deleting it. I pleaded with the rep to transfer ownership to my company as I still retain all IP and I feel like this is a lawsuit. If you own the rights to the IP and they were just publishing the game, they have to, and they don't want to publish it anymore, they have to transfer it back to you. I feel like this is a lawsuit. You fucking people's money up. The developer told Warner Bros. Discovery representative said the decision not to transfer ownership back to developers stems from logistical and resource constraints. Resource constraints? It takes 3 clicks. He said it literally takes 3 clicks. And the limited capacity of our team, which is crazy because they said 18 games could be released. So it takes 3 clicks to transfer the IP back to the company, right? 18 times 3, that's probably like an hour or 2 of work. Like, are we kidding me right now? Oh shit. The limited capacity of our team. One developer Polygon spoke with said the current Adult Swim Games team consisted of a skeleton crew. The developer expressed frustration that WB planned to remove his game and others would lead to over a decade of downloads, community guides, reviews, and patch notes suddenly vanish. Yeah, like imagine your work just suddenly disappears. This is the problem with digital shit, bro. According to Warner Bros. Discovery, according to the developer, Warner Bros. Discovery informed him that he's allowed to republish Sound Dodger on Steam, but the option presents its. That's crazy. So like you're allowed to put your game back on Steam, but you're gonna lose all your stats. And one thing about like the reason that shit is shiesty. One thing I can tell you about success is it's a snowball effect, right? Like we was talking about it on stream the other day, and I would imagine it's the same across the board for anything else. Most people are sheep, and like through a lot of different studies, the number, like the key number to getting more views and breaking through a threshold on YouTube is 10,000 views. If somebody who's unfamiliar with your content sees you have 10,000 views on a video, they're more likely to click your video even if they don't know who you are. It's just because of the number of people are sheep. I'd imagine that's the same thing across the board, right? People are probably more inclined to purchase this game if they see it has 1,000 positive reviews versus none. You see what I'm saying? Doing so would erase all my wish lists, reviews, and community guides and forum discussions, along with not allowing new and old owners of the game to compare achievements and trading cards. The other legal requirement for republishing the game myself is to remove any and all mention of Adult Swim Games, so they'd have to make another version of the game. I asked for clarification, and he even wants the credit sequence altered to remove the names of the Adult Swim Games team. I'm a huge supporter of game preservation, and this is a direct blow to properly crediting the people that worked on a game. So he's the Matt, co-owner of Team 2-Bit, the developer behind Adult Swim's game Fist Puncher, told Polygon that he'd also been contacted by Warner Bros. They shot that it's just Suave with the sub. They said a rep blamed the impending removal of Fist Puncher on internal business changes, aka mind your business. We requested that they transfer Fist Puncher back to our studio. Their response was they cannot transfer the game due to the fact that they made the decision not to transfer ownership due to same thing. Yeah, WB is not looking. I mean, we get the gist of this article. It's not looking good. I'm curious to see what Ethos has to say about this shit. So this is twice the what's going. They're ruining movies and television. They're ruining games. This gives me a bad feeling about multiverses. Like, look how they're treating people, man. Like I said earlier in the week, I feel like that shit might be full of like microtransactions and shit. It gives me a bad feeling. But like, yo, at bare minimum, if you don't want to publish their shit anymore, like, give them their fucking game back, bruh. WB fucks over indie devs. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I think this was the same article. Yeah, it was. Right, don't hold it hostage because you don't allow some bullshit. Yeah, you hurting people's ability to eat. It feels like someone at the top hates WB and wants to destroy it from the inside. That's what you think it is? This is an inside job to destroy the entire... Like, there's no way they can sit there and think that this is good. This is terrible publicity. This is literally the quintessential story of the big corporation fucks over the little guy. 18 different companies you're fucking over, and for no reason, because they say in this article it takes 3 clicks to transfer over the ownership, bruh. Yeah, it's horrible PR. And they had this shit already. Like, is anybody subscribed to Max? I feel like after they went from HBO Max to Max, I don't see nobody talking about it. I don't see any shows being announced for that platform. I feel like the app is dead. All I see people talking about is Netflix, Hulu, with an occasional Disney Plus. And you'll hear Peacock every once in a while, but I feel like that's always a joke. I don't know. Between this and the movies, WB hasn't been looking good in the light. They have not been looking good in the light. We're gonna keep our eye on this one though. I still using my friend's Max is good for movies and DC content. That's it. Even Tubi, yeah, Tubi, yeah, Prime. You be hearing a lot about Prime. Max has the absolute worst app. I watched all the Batman movies on there, so like that's all I needed off that shit. In other news, according to Crunchyroll.com, the Hunter x Hunter Nin Impact game, which is a new fighting game, was confirmed to be a 2D fighter for PlayStation 5, Switch, and the PC. Switch version is going to run at 10 frames per second. Hunter x Hunter Nin Impact was revealed as a full-scale fighting game based on, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Ishiro Togashi's Hunter x Hunter series in January, and now we have further details. The project from Bushiroad Games and developer Aiding will be a 2D fighter for PS5, Switch, and PC, currently locked in as the platforms. Damn, no Xbox. There's no release date yet, but Hunter x Hunter Nin Impact will be playable at EVO Japan 2024, which takes place April 27th to the 29th, which means in April, expect to see some gameplay leak online. Somebody's going to record it, probably. If you missed it, you can see the teaser trailer here. What games did they make? I'm not familiar with them. Bushiroad game. Let's Google them. I'm happy this is a 2D fighter. This is good news. No 3D arena fighter. This means the game might actually be good, guys. The game might actually be good. This is a green flag. Let's see. They've made Card Fight. I've never heard of any of that. Goblin Slayer. Another. I've never heard of any of these games they made. All right, this is a problem. All right, now we got a red flag. I stand corrected. Goblin Slayer is pretty fire. Not the anime, the game. Yeah, they don't have any heavy hitter games on their repertoire. Their resume looking kind of weak, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know none of these games. What is this shit? Yo, shout out to Epsi. Well, this is coming soon. This nigga said this shit is fire. This game ain't even out. You talking about that anime? Yeah, it's looking a little iffy. This is we're still gonna put this game in the yellow flag just because of this developer's resume. We gotta wait and see. Hopefully the gameplay comes out in April, like somebody leaks that shit online. But I mean, this is good news. At least it's a 2D fighter because we're tired of arena fighters. Let's see. Mass Effect 5 to be unplayable for millions of people. I didn't read this article. All I saw was the headline. Do you not like 3D arena fighters, or is just they're all the same? It's that they're all the same. It can be a 3D arena brawler, but like I have yet to see one that does anything innovative. If it does something innovative, then sure. But most of them are not most, all of them. They're all the same. 3D is just a different anime. You have your basic combo on the X button, you have your basic light combo on the X button, your basic heavy combo on the Y button, and then you hold a trigger and you can activate different abilities. Like, it's the same shit. It's boring. So I'm looking for someone to innovate. It gives me no joy in saying this, but Mass Effect 5 is going to be unplayable for millions of people. Even though we've yet to learn much about the next Mass Effect installment, we can be certain that a large portion of the fandom are going to be left behind. This isn't what fans will want to hear, especially after the roller coaster ride we recently endured trying to figure out the fates of Mass Effect 5 and Dragon Age Dreadwolf. After the latest EA layoffs, thankfully it wasn't all bad news, as selfish as this may sound for fans to say. Still, it's been tense times with the tension is set to continue. Just mash B. What are you talking about? Perhaps we all knew this deep down, yet simply choose to ignore it, but the ignorance is impossible now that it's all been confirmed that Mass Effect 5 will launch on next-gen consoles and not the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. Wait, what? This is a PlayStation 6 game? Is that what you're saying? And whatever the next Xbox is, what y'all think the next Xbox is gonna be called? Whatever the next Xbox is called, they need to get the branding under control. Like, Sony set themselves up to win. You know the PlayStation 6 will be more powerful than the 5 because the number's higher, right? I feel like it's too late to call it the Xbox 720, but Xbox does need to get their branding on. Because the Xbox, as much as I like my Xbox, the Series X is a horrible branding. Xbox Thermal, Xbox 2. According to the discussions of Giant Bomb's podcast, Trusted Insiders, Jeff Grubb and Tamor Hussein made it abundantly clear that Mass Effect 5 is nowhere near ready. You want some original reporting? This game is just nowhere near coming out, Grubb said. I was told that when they revealed Dragon Age Dreadwolf in 2018, this is similar in terms of the timeline. That was announced in 2018, and we're not getting that game until maybe next year, so now do the math for that. We're talking 2029 for Mass Effect 5. Oh my God, I'm gonna be fucking 40, damn near. Talking into consideration that the PS5 has been confirmed as in the latter stage of its life cycle, there's just no feasible way BioWare is launching ME5 on it, on the Xbox Series for that matter. Grubb also went on to explain that the teaser trailer was simply an act of amusement and reassurance that fans knew a new game was being worked on. So basically they didn't have anything to show. None of this makes me feel happy. However, none of it feels like much of a shock either. The truth is that we'll need to purchase new consoles if we're going to be able to see the universe as Shepard left on. Yeah, I guess when you think about it, it makes sense. Because BioWare's next game is Dragon Age. That's supposed to come out in the next year or two, I think. So that makes sense. And then they're probably going to take their time on that next, because they make massive RPGs. That timeline makes sense. It would either be Mass Effect 5 would either be late PS5 or early PS6, basically. It's a good thing I got a PC. Something like that. That makes sense. Yo, TBH, what rank are you in Tekken? I don't know. Whatever the red one is. Yeah, but I still don't like waiting either. I know, right? I want Mass Effect and I want it now. I would hate for them to take their time and it ended up being trash. I agree. Because if this timeline is correct, if it comes out in 2029, depending on the month, I would be 39. I would be either 38 or 39. I'd be pushing 40. I'm not going to lie. If I waited till I'm damn near 40 for this game to come out and it's ass, you're going to get like the craziest uninstall video you've ever. Because you know I love Mass Effect. It's going to be an epic ass rant. Fuck this shit. I'm going to play with my kids. I don't know if I'll get. I'm just saying. Y'all know I love some Mass Effect. That shit's going to make me mad, bro. Oh my goodness. Garyu is this rank? Ah, there you go. Yeah, angry. Yeah, better than the ultimate betrayal. Y'all niggas made me wait 10 years for this shit. I wasted my 30s. I'm tired. I'm old. Generational uninstallment. Kids are gonna be hating in the game. Dad, why are you yelling? They said don't speak into it. Just, yeah, hopefully it's good, man. Hopefully it's good. But this sucks to hear. Star Wars fans start a petition to revive Respawn's canceled Mandalorian game. You're gonna be whole married with children by that time. Shit's crazy. The game was canceled last month. Let's see. I just want to see what's the petition looking like. Where's the link at? Change.org. The user then linked the change.org petition. Man, this game ain't coming back. I'm thinking this shit had at least like 5,000 like signatures and shit. Y'all want to sign this? There you go. Bring it back. I don't think EA is going to listen to these 200 signatures. Actually, let me shorten the link. Multiverse's announcement Monday at 9 a.m. Where you get that info from? You said keep it. They clearly don't want it. You couldn't put the goal to like 1,000 or something, bro. A lot of sad news articles today. Yeah. A lot of sad news. TikTok might get banned. Did y'all see this shit? Members of a bipartisan House Energy and Commerce Committee, which consists of 51 members of the House, voted unanimously to move the draft legalization out of the committee. So basically they wrote up a bill and the House unanimously voted ban that shit. So now they're trying to decide, the gist of it is now they're trying to decide whether or not they're going to enact it. This would, I mean, we've had this conversation before about it banning it, but like before it wasn't that close. This one's actually close, basically. But not necessarily banned, but they want, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, so either they have to hand over the rights to America, the CCP, or that shit's getting banned. Yeah, let me stay corrected. That's what they're trying to do. Congress told UMG to hold their beer. Send it to the shadow realm. The question is ByteDance gonna give it to America? Which is funny in itself too, because like if you're like a super patriot and mad ignorant about this shit, you're gonna look at it like, yeah, America, we need to own it. CCP, da, da, da. The way I look at it, okay, we know that they're collecting data on this app, right? The way I look at it is if they sell it to an American company, let's say they sell it to Facebook, Facebook's gonna get your data. It's the same shit, bro. Like, whatever, man. It's the same shit. To me, also, this isn't a big deal because if it does get banned, yeah, you got IG Reels, you got YouTube Shorts, like, whatever, bro. Like, I don't personally care. I feel like only like super young Gen Z will care, but I personally don't care if TikTok gets banned. America's gonna sell you, but now you gotta watch too. But this could have been avoided when Microsoft tried to buy them. So we gotta watch to see how this plays out. To other apps we go. Shit, you got what's the name? Spotify, Snapchat, Spotify. There's tons of scrolling options. Before we get into this one, because this is a long video. Excuse me. We got some Ubisoft news. Watch Dogs movie is in production at a new Regency. In a recent article published by Deadline, it was confirmed that a Watch Dogs movie is in production at New Regency Media, and the casting has kicked off. It was stated that Sophie Wilde has entered talks to star in the live-action adaptation of Ubisoft's open world series. Who? Talk to Me in Eden? Does anybody know who this is? I'm not familiar with her. Is she dope? She's Australian. She's black. We like that. I'm not familiar with her. Does anybody know she's a good actor? Let's see. In a Deadline article, it was stressed that the details are being played close to the chest of those producing the movie. Even the gist of the production is unknown at present. If it's anything like the game series, which debuted in 2014, we'll see a hacker character attempt to go toe-to-toe with the shady and mysterious Blum Corporation. Hello, my friend. The creator of the CTOS and the intelligence operating system that controls everything. Watch Dogs has themes of rebellion, stealth, technology, action, and crime throughout, and with each new game in the series, it has gotten progressively bolder and more futuristic. The first title was gritty, urban adventure set in... Yeah, we know. This is all bullshit. This is just giving them one. She's a damn good Australian actress who broke out during her stellar performance in Talk to Me. That's good. Thank you. You give me a kiss? Thank you. What was I about to say? I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you why, man. First of all, it's Ubisoft. This movie's probably gonna have microtransactions. You're gonna show up to the movie theater to get a ticket, right? They'd be like, you bought your seat, but you're gonna need to buy the option to actually look at the screen, and you're gonna it's gonna force you to buy popcorn and candy and shit, right? So there goes $1 million because you know movie theaters overpriced. Yeah, popcorn fee. So this movie's gonna be the first movie with microtransactions. And then two, another reason I don't care about this, it's cool that they're recruiting a good actor. That doesn't mean the story is going to be good. I'd argue, I'd off a chance of probability, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that the story and the writing will be ass in this. And let me tell you why. Hollywood cannot even adapt a story that has good writing into live action. An example being Avatar. That Naruto movie's probably going to be ass. But look at all the examples we have of Hollywood trying to adapt video games and anime that has good writing into live action, and it's terrible, right? Now hang in with me, right? Avatar is the greatest cartoon of all time. If they wanted to, in my opinion, if they wanted to do a live action, I'm going to be honest, most people would not have been upset if they just copied the damn cartoon. The writing's already damn near perfect, okay? Those are shows with good writing. The problem with Watch Dogs is, have you played the Watch Dogs game? It does not have good writing. In my opinion, the world of Watch Dogs is interesting. They crafted an interesting world. I will give them that much. But the writing is not the best. And specifically, I'm talking about 1 and 3. Watch Dogs 2 was cool. Even still, it was just, it was a decent game. It was like a solid 8. But I just don't feel like the writing is strong enough in this series. You can't even get it right in the game, and you expect me to think you're going to get it right for the movie or the TV show or whatever you're making. I forgot they made a third because it's fucking horrible. That's why. They're going to have to drastically revamp this shit. I don't know, man. And right now, Hollywood is not on a win streak. They've been dropping a lot of duds. I usually don't do this, but I recommend you check out Talk to Me. What is it about? So we got to keep our eye on this. I'm pretty sure we're years away from this happening. There was a Watch Dogs 3. Yeah, it's called Watch Dogs Legion. There was no main character in it. It was in London and shit was not good. And then other Ubisoft news I got for you. Exclusive details on Project Over, the next mainline Ghost Recon game. New IPs? No. More Ghost Recon. Not much is currently known about the next mainline Ghost Recon game apart from it being under development. The project name Over what? Previously, Insider Game reported the game would be set during the fictional Namian War. What is that, an underwater war? What the fuck? Speaking with sources under the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to talk about the game yet, Insider Gaming has a scoop on more details on what the new game entails. Currently, the next Ghost Recon title is aimed to be released in 2025-2026, which will see the Ghost Recon franchise head back into a first-person perspective. The game is poised to be a squad-based military tactical shooter, almost Muslim. What the fuck is this word, bruh? I'm gonna assume this means based off the context, almost like. Oh, military sim. Almost military sim like in nature. Why you type that shit, nigga? What the fuck? That was super nerdy. They will also take inspiration from some of the leading first-person military games, including the Modern Warfare series, Battlefield, and Ready or Not. Anyways, Project Over is set during the fictional underwater war, which is located in a hostile southeast country that has been seen hundreds of thousands of people die as a result of war crimes, so Vietnam. It's understood that the plot of the game evolves around Ghost, your team infiltrating Vietnam to carry out secret missions and to locate a traitor. The game appears to take heavy inspiration from the Modern Warfare series with some potential dark or controversial missions and segments. Vietnam. One mission, for example, shows your squad nearly shooting a man holding a baby. Vietnam. Because they thought the baby was a bomb. You could throw a little bit of the Afghan war in there, but pretty much Vietnam. But they realized that it's last second. Graphically, the footage provided to Insider Gaming under the condition that the footage isn't shared or goes public shows a significant graphical improvement over its predecessors and is being compared to something akin to Ready or Not. So it's being hard. If it's like Ready or Not, then it's going to be super hardcore and tactical. People might like it. And if it is super controversial, it's definitely going to drum up media because people are going to talk about it. It's going to be another one of those no Russian type situations. It's definitely based off the Vietnam War, the way they described it, but also Namian War. What the fuck is Namian War? It's almost like Vietnam. Vietnamian? Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm getting Vietnam vibes with this. We will keep our eye on this. I like Ghost Recon. No Russian was critical though. Yeah, I can't stand the new gameplay of Ghost Recon. It was too bloated. Yeah, I didn't. That's why I didn't beat Wildlands, and I didn't like the last one at all. Wildlands, it was just way too bloated, and they turned Ghost Recon into another Ubisoft game. Ghost Recon went from being like a team-based, fun tactical shooter to run with your buddies to becoming almost like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed, where you were just running from base to base across mountains in Bolivia and shit. I'm like, this shit is boring, bro. Yeah, Breakpoint was just straight up ass. I didn't like that shit, bro. Half the island's a volcano. The other half is a snowstorm. Another third of it is tornadoes. The other third of it is a fucking hurricane. I'm like, what is this shit, bro? Would you say The Division is better? No, I've never really liked The Division like that. The Division, they're not bad games, but I would classify The Division as something to play. I'd put Ghost Recon over The Division. They're never making a new Splinter Cell, are they? guys, just